The feeling that I get inside of this cabin is one of serenity. It's my sanctuary. Being a mum of four, the house can feel very chaotic and I can feel very overwhelmed quite quickly. The moment that I step into the cabin, I feel like this is my space, and it just makes me feel so zen and so calm. Hi, my name is Joo Westwood. I am an integrative health coach and a sound therapist, and welcome to Sound of Joo. I've been on quite a bit of a journey of self-discovery. 5 months after my first child was born, we found out that my mother had terminal cancer. I then became quite ill myself, obviously the trauma. I found out that I actually have a condition that affects me in terms of chronic pain, chronic fatigue, causes dysfunction in my autonomic nervous system. And when I found out about sound therapy, it was at a retreat, and I just felt the vibrations going up my spine, going up my arm, and a few days afterwards I was symptom-free. And I knew it was something powerful that I had to explore. So I trained with a wonderful practitioner who really delved deep into the science behind it, the neuroscience, the concept of entrainment, also the history behind sound. Once I trained and I was wanting to be up and running with my business, I knew that the typical model of a sound therapist wasn't right for me. So I knew that my workplace had to be in the home. I couldn't be packing up my instruments and taking it to another venue like the other practitioners do. I needed something on site that I could then manage my own health alongside running the business. My father-in-law, who was also interested in building a little gym room in his garden, that then first found Cabin Masters, he was really impressed and he contacted us to let us know this exciting discovery. So we actually made the 2-hour drive to Nottingham to view it for ourselves. The feel of safety and calm is half the battle in terms of getting people to surrender to sound. So the fact that you had different spaces to explore was a game changer. When we then came back home, we had the confidence then to go ahead. We wanted to be able to open out the bifold doors and to really have that outdoor-indoor feel. I think nature, the sounds of nature and the sound of my instruments go hand in hand. It's just the perfect harmony. Sometimes, you know, we get lovely bird song that come in, and it really does add to the experience. I really wanted to utilise this space with the glass to position myself and my instruments, and it works really beautifully, especially when I have my group sound baths. Yeah, this little corner, this little nook is just perfect for it. The sound business wasn't operating before I got the cabin, but my health coaching practice was up and running, and I was working out of the kids' playroom, or doing remote sessions, and I wasn't really able to offer face-to-face, even though a lot of people wanted that. I'd have to meet in a cafe or travel to them. But having this space now is so amazing because clients can just come in through the side gate. It's separate from the main house, and they can step into this very comforting and safe environment. Without fail, every client has commented on what a beautiful space the cabin is. It feels like a safe haven, a clinic to offload all their worries and talk through their goals and values and purpose when it comes to their health and well-being. It's also a really healing space, a really therapeutic space. Many of my counterparts will operate out of village halls or yoga studios, which in itself has its own unique charm, but I think with this offering that I provide through the cabin, it's a more intimate, it's a more luxurious, it's a more personalised space. To be able to run my own business from my back garden, I think personally for me feels really safe. I don't have to worry about commuting. I remember in my old job in working in the corporate world, like almost killing myself trying to commute back home for the kids, you know, to make it in time for bath and bed. The fact that you have a workspace in your house means that I don't have that anxiety anymore. And I mentioned that people with my condition, we suffer from like extra stress, and so it's the last thing that I need. The fact that it's separate to the house also means that I can mentally separate work from family life. So that's also fantastic. When we first set out to build something in the garden, a workplace for both my husband and myself and my sound business, I couldn't have wished for a better space. It just blends in perfectly with the house, with the garden, and has really been an amazing space for my clients as well.